right, guys, I've got a future warning to roofers. This is called Ghost of Roofers Future. I'm going to talk about present and past too, and kind of wrap some stuff around for you. This is an ode to the holiday and New Year and everything else. But it's a serious warning for you. So I want to go over what you can do now to get up in ranking, why it's going to disappear way before AI or robots take you out. You're already going to be done for, and I'm going to give you some examples of it and how this is going to happen. I'm talking about equity buying up people, but let me lay out some stuff for you about what's happening now, what the future looks like. It's not good if you don't become a marketer and get serious, and I'll give you some past experiences that I've had. So I'm 53 years old. I've been an entrepreneur since I could push a lawnmower. And I've had this business for 16 years. I'm still a contractor today. So when I was younger, I had a very successful home security company, did about 23,000 alarm system sales and installs after 9/11. There was equity involved there. Once they figured out how to do a 36-month alarm monitoring agreement, people had paper to trade and buy. They'd buy them for multiples of about 30 to 34. It's a little under 3 years. And they'd run around and get them, and then they'd get to like these mid-market aggregators. And eventually everybody basically ended up at ADT, and you've heard of ADT. They're the largest home security company, but they basically bought everything, and they kind of quit aggregating people. I'm sure people still sell out their alarm contracts, but there's not a lot of small guys left anymore, not a ton of them around. And so, because there was like 14,000 back in the early 2000s, and they bought out like 5,000 of these people and just consolidated. You don't even hear about a local home security company anymore, and I can tell you it's a shell of what it was. I got out of it in 2011 or so, or 10, when I started this business. So they decimated the industry. Big guy got everything. What are they doing in roofing companies? Equity's buying up roofers. I talk to guys, go, oh yeah, that's those new private equity boys. Oh, they bought 5. They're buying a lot more plumbers and HVAC faster. You guys got a little bit of time as roofers, barely, but they're buying people. If these little mid-market and small equity people, they get enough of these, they aggregate them up, they sell them off to somebody else, they bump the multiple up. They buy from you for a 2 or 3, and they sell for, an 8 later once there's enough money there. But what do equity do better than the average roofer? Average roofer doesn't market well at all. God awful at marketing. In fact, I would go so far, the more I do this, the more I see clearly. It's been 16 years. I own a digital marketing agency, and I own a software company. You guys don't market at all. You putting up a website and getting a review every once in a while is not marketing. That's just you getting lucky being in America and having Google. You're just lucky. So guys aren't marketing. Private equity, they're not God's gift to marketing either, but they do better. So what happens in a market when there's 25 roofers bought out by private equity? Is there anybody left to go up against them? And then time passes, and they market better than you guys do. I'll tell you what happens. Google picks people, AI too. They've been around a while. They've been here long enough for us to trust them, and they keep going with digital brand signaling. They just kind of keep going and going and going. And you come up and you start and stop, or have a bad website, change your name, quit doing SEO, all kinds of things like that, they don't pick you. The other guy markets better than you, not because you're spending $25,000 a month or $100,000 like y'all all say. They just keep going. And why would Google pick you at that point in time? So in 10 years time, it's going to be almost impossible for a small roofer to get up in ranking. So that's future. I've seen it with alarms, home security, and now it's happening here. And the roofer will still make money. They'll go hustle up leads off of Home Advisor, Angie, Yelp. Everybody's going to be getting charged more money through equity, and the homeowner's going to be looking for people, but you won't be able to get the direct-to-consumer lead, the best one, like Google Maps, Organic, ChatGPT, Claude. You're going to be hustling those Home Advisor leads, Yelp, Angie, unless you start to market like crazy. Marketing is key. That's why I've gotten into it so hard over the years. own a digital marketing agency, a software company, data pins, I'll tell you about real quick. We combine it with roofing webmasters. It will allow you to tag every roof you're on, geo coordinates, where it was located, schema code, photos that count as unique content, video that counts as unique content, what you did redone with AI, what you did on the material, the repair, the brand, the shingle, and then that'll go up to your website. Asphalt shingle to asphalt shingle, stainless steel metal to stainless steel metal, tile to tile, etc. TPO to TPO. And those photos and words will also go to your Google map. The video goes to YouTube, makes a post there on your own YouTube, and Facebook with post as well. And so now you've got multiple points of digital brand signaling, in addition to fabulous website and old school proper SEO that still needs to be done. And as that thing goes, they start picking up brand signaling. And you're not ignoring Google Maps, you're not ignoring social media. In fact, you're posting stuff every day and multiple points of schema code on each post. Client still gets text and email to leave a review, but most people don't. And now there's literally hundreds of times more digital brand signaling going out. That's what makes a brand. You don't ignore like your website. You don't ignore all social media. You don't just like throw your hands up and go touch your website after 5 years after your business went down. So that's how stuff works. Done this a long time, seen it. I can read the future because I'm 53 years old. It's coming. The present, now, today, you still have time to do it. The past, you just get put up something and showed up because. Now it's competitive. And not only is it competitive, but the window is going to be closing over time. I think a decade. You got time. But here's your wake-up call. We'd love to be of service. If y'all call us, we'll be happy to hear from you, answer any questions that you have. Do a lot of podcasts and things like this to help educate you guys. I'm serious about this. Get serious about it. I'm getting pretty serious about my contracting company, making sure all my locations solidified and all that. But yeah, you should be doing it. Look forward to hearing from you.